You know this song too, by a little band called Thin Lizzy. Just got back today. Them wild-eyed boys who've been away hadn't changed much or much to say, but I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was and where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. Boys were back in town, boys were back in town. I say the boys were back in town. The boys are 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 back in town. That chick that used to dance a lot. Every night she'd be in Georgia shaking what she got. Ooh, when I say she was cool, she was red hot. Ooh, you know what I mean? She was steaming. And that one night down over at Johnny's place, this chick just got up and she slapped Johnny's face. Man, we fell about the place. If that chick don't wanna know, forget her. Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. I say the boys are back in town. 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 Spread the word around. Guess who's back in town? Just spread the word around. Friday night they'll be dressed to kill down in Georgia's bar and grill. The drink will flow and the blood will spill. Well, the boys are gonna fight, you better let them. That jukebox over in the corner blasting out my favorite song. Oh, the nights are getting warmer. You know it won't be long. Won't be long till summer comes. Now that the boys are here again. The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. I say the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. Spread the word around. Boys are back in town. Boys are
W7. Here we're back at Germantown for 2 nights in a row, bringing you another special GTV production. Tonight is extra special as I, Sarah Naisip, am bringing you tonight Germantown Boys Volleyball with Maddie Whita and Maddie Connor, who will be serving as your special guest analysts. You may have seen them as a familiar face from the Germantown girls volleyball team. The boys have been great supporters of every game they've had all season long, and the girls are here to do just the same. Be back at 7 o'clock sharp to catch your starting lineup and national anthem for the Brookfield Central Lancers versus Germantown Warhawks boys volleyball game. Now, I know you know W7 is for the girls, but I guess tonight will be for the boys. Catch us back here at 7 with a special Germantown matchup. Back to you.
I guess we're for the boys tonight? I mean, what's up with that? Welcome to W7 special presentation of Germantown boys volleyball. Tonight, the Brookfield Central Lancers visit the Germantown Warhawks in a GMC showdown in boys volleyball. You heard it right. One time and one time only. Boys volleyball tonight live on W7. We're going to take a break and come back. We're going to have special guests tonight. We're going to have special music tonight. We're going to have just a whole lot of fun here at Germantown. Big thanks, as always, Sarah Unertl, Athletic Director. Just love Sarah and the Germantown community. We're thrilled to be here and support these guys tonight. And I'll tell you what, these guys have supported this girls volleyball team for Germantown like no other. Maddie Whita in the house, Maddie Connor in the house, and Michelle Griffin-Wenzel in the house tonight on W7. But don't forget, no matter what, we are always for the girls.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls all day and night. W7 Productions. From golf, volleyball, his girl sports in Wisconsin. W7 Productions, basketball, softball, W7 for the girls. to boogie on the disco right now, yeah.
Mute. Gary Whipperman, we're back live, just getting ready to get going here. We've got the talent on the air. So Maddie Connor, Maddie Whita joining us. They're gonna take turns doing set 1 and set 2. Connor will go first. Whita will be in the second set. Michelle Griffin-Wenzel will slide down and call the match with me. I'm gonna go on the floor. National anthem, starting lineups. You're watching W7 Live, and I guess today we're for the boys.
You'll be just fine.
Starting tonight for the Lancers from Brookfield include number 1, senior libero Alex Newstead. Number 4, junior Michael Dingley. Number 6, senior Ty Martin. Number 8, junior Zach Dennison. Number 12, junior Kieran Joshi. Number 13, senior captain Connor Nash. And number 14, sophomore Ryan King. And for your Germantown warm-up, starting tonight, senior libero number 2, Mason Connor. Senior captain number 3, Hunter Brandenburg. Junior number 4, Justin Ishii. Senior number 5, Camden Schmidt. Junior number 7, Spencer Van Ender. Junior number 8, Ben Yakush. And senior number 12, Nate Butler.
Welcome to Germantown High School. We are about to get underway for the very first boys sporting event ever televised on W7. We're featuring the Germantown boys volleyball team versus Brookfield Central. The reason why we're here tonight is simple. The boys volleyball team from Germantown has been the #1 fans of the Germantown girls volleyball team this season. And because Germantown is the home school of the year, they won that competition that is run by W7. we decided to show the boys a little bit of love because they have been showing our girls at Germantown so much love.
These guys are
throughout the
amazing.
year.
I love these guys. I mean, Connor, talk about it. You know, the support you guys get from these guys is unreal.
In school too, like outside of volleyball or any of the sports, so supportive, and we just love being with them.
Getting a lot of feedback.
Well, I heard there was a pasta party at your house recently, too. Was that the girls' team or the boys' team that was at your house?
That was the girls' team.
And I heard Mason was allowed to hang out there and eat, your brother.
Yeah, we decided to invite him.
He's number 2 in gray for Germantown, the libero.
Michelle, get to the match. What should we expect tonight? You know both of these teams very well. Obviously, you know the Brookfield Central team well with your son playing on it, and of course the Germantown team as a member of the staff here at Germantown.
I think you're going to see a very even matchup. Both of these teams can play error-free volleyball and have very high-octane offenses, but really it's going to come down to who's going to be the scrappiest, who's going to dig out those key points, and who can stay in transition.
Germantown and Brookfield Central played a couple weeks ago in a tournament. Germantown took it in 2 sets, 25-18 and 25-17, if I remember right. So a little BC trying to get a little payback tonight, maybe.
Absolutely, and they had a Germantown invite here on Sunday. Nice swing there from Ty Martin. Ty Martin plays volleyball with, let's see, most of the kids on Germantown. Mason Connor, Hunter Brandenburg. Nate Volpel, yep. Those guys all play on NVC. There you see number 12, Nate Volpel. He's been that size pretty much since freshman year.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I remember him walking onto the court going, that's a freshman?
Well, one other note. So Peyton Deppia's dad texted me today and said, hey, your girls' connection tonight is number 4, and we know this, Michelle, Justin Ishii for Germantown, little brother of the one and only, one of our W7 favorites, Amber Ishii.
You bet.
That's the one thing I love about all the communities is just you get to see the younger siblings come through, and I love that. Of course, the other connection naturally is Mason and Maddie Connor. So Mason number 2 tonight. Sarah made a really good point last night that she thought that Mason and Maddie have very similar birthdays, and I said as twins I would think so.
But that would be kind of fun if one of you was born at 11:59, you know, one day, and then the next one was born after midnight the following day.
Michelle,
that would have been fun.
If I didn't give Sarah a hard time, she'd think I didn't like her anymore. 4-3, Germantown.
And Ty Martin is one of the top servers on BC. He puts a lot of spin on that ball. Makes it difficult for that first pass up to the setter at the net.
Maddie, do you guys play with do you guys like scrimmage at all ever against the boys team, anything like that?
Yeah, so this year lately we have been doing a lot more scrimmaging.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And lately we have been doing more like queens on the court, so it's just more fun, and we'll do it on days like more of like a resting day. So after a huge game day for us and we come back, hopefully with a victory, we'll come back and just scrimmage the boys, and it's just a lot of fun too, and it makes the bond a lot more better, and it's awesome too, because then we like see on the court just all the support too, and they just bring it to the games, and it's awesome.
Well, it's great for you guys too, because I mean you get to practice against a pretty darn good team, and I mean if you can handle these guys, I mean there's no girls team you guys can't handle.
Yes, that's true.
6-5 Germantown in the first set. We were here last night for Germantown's match with Brookfield East. Germantown took it in 4 sets.
Another tradition here between the boys and girls volleyball team is the boys volleyball team will choose a day to wear the girls jerseys, and Nathan Volpel wore this jersey that was like an extra small, and I'm like, you're stretching that jersey out and you're gonna pop right out of it. And then the girls wear the jerseys and they look like dresses on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'd much rather be the girls wearing the boys jerseys than the other way around. You gotta get to that ball.
8-5 G-Town.
And this is what BC looked like in the tournament against Muskego. At the time was the 6th-ranked team in the state. Really sluggish through the first 2 sets. And then they came through the first set, and then they took the second too. So nice swing there from Wenzel, hitting high hands, and it hits the antenna and out for the side out and the point for BC.
Now, what was his thoughts on Mom calling his match tonight?
I don't think he knew. I don't think I told
So
him.
you probably wouldn't have told him. I mean, you don't want that.
No, he probably
that
hates
going
it.
on, right? Oh, I doubt that. Have you ever done that before?
No, I think this is the first time I've called his match.
I was gonna text you last night that I got your message. I'm like, perfect, right on time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you guys were doing it until
Well-
the boys told me during class today.
It was a last-minute thing. I mean, I had mentioned it on camera once, and like the guys like totally ran with it. So Sarah came to me. Sarah, what did you hear about this?
So it was the Menominee Falls game that we kind of brought up to the boys about the possibility of going to a boys volleyball game, kind of broadcasting one of their games. And the next week, it was very much actually the next day, I was getting texts from the boys, are you guys actually coming? Are you coming to our game tomorrow? Like, are you gonna interview me if I win player of the game? And I was like, guys, calm down. Like, I don't even run the show. So last night I was talking to Gary. I was like, these guys are dying to have a game featured, and they're getting on me about it. And so we're here today and we're bringing it to them, and they've been so excited all day long, kind of looking forward to this whole thing.
Yeah, and Mason said in class today, he's like, I got interviewed last night and I was so tired. I don't think I sounded very smart. And I'm like, I'm sure you did just fine.
He did just fine. Also on last night was Aaron Grant. Is that right? Aaron did it.
Oh,
Aaron
yes.
was great. Aaron was fantastic.
Aaron likes the spotlight.
I
He
could-
really
yeah,
does. And
that's obvious.
I walked over to that student section yesterday to grab Mason, and he's like, Sarah, please get me on. And I was like, I'll see what I can do. Like, next set, like, you stay ready. And he's like, all right. And then as soon as I walked over there, his face lit up, and he was ready to go.
But I will say, you know, in the starting lineup of the national anthem, our girls are so much better camera trained. Now they're used to the camera. They know where it is. They know what's going on. The guys were kind of like deer in headlights. You know, they're like, do I wave at the camera or am I supposed to look away from the camera? The girls all know what they do is they take one step forward, wave at the camera, and then wave at the crowd. Every one of them does that every time. But the guys had no clue. Like, their arm was in the way of their face. I mean, it was just a complete train wreck out there.
Well, and some of these seniors have been at state before, so it's not like they haven't been on camera.
Yeah, you can say you want the bright lights, but when they show up, what do you do? Well, they're doing pretty well so far, 12-9. Sarah on the cameras and on the scoreboard tonight and producing tonight. Boy, are we lucky to have her, Michelle. I'll tell
We
you
sure
what.
are. And I love the fact that you're grabbing high school students to learn the craft.
And she's just a natural. I mean, just picked it up right away. Nice tip there. Is Doherty not playing tonight?
I guess not. I don't see him here.
I'll tell you what, him and Mo, I never get to see those two. Is Mo back playing for the girls, do you know?
I don't.
I believe she is.
Is she?
Yeah.
Morgan Doherty?
Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we saw her on the Hamilton tournament she was playing.
Okay.
And I do know a couple of the players earlier this week were not feeling the best, so maybe that's where he is.
Hey, if you're watching tonight, well, obviously you are watching tonight, put a comment in the comments box. We'll see if we can get it on air tonight. Tell us who you're watching, who you're rooting for, all that fun stuff, and we'll see if we can get you on the air tonight.
Dude, so good.
Ooh, good swing.
And look at the confidence out of him. He's just like, it's just what I do.
Well, here's the first one. So, Spica, let's go, boys. I mean, that's pretty generic, but, we'll go with it. That's all right. And then tell me who else we got here, Sarah.
We've got Micah Durlam. He says, let's keep it undefeated in conference.
Aren't both teams
Germantown.
undefeated?
I think
No,
Micah
no.
Durlam's a Germantown student, right?
He
Yes.
is.
Germantown's
So, yeah.
3-0 coming in. Brook Central's 1-2, so clearly a Germantown homer there. 14-11. Thanks for comments, fellas. Appreciate it. That one's deep. Michelle, again, I've seen so much girls volleyball. I never watch boys volleyball. It's really, the pace is great. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, what are the main differences between the boys and the girls game?
Well, you see a lot more kills, bump set, spike, kill. And in the girls' game, you get lots of digs. Lots of digs in the girls' game.
And I love that.
The boys' game is so much faster, so much stronger, a lot more blocking on it. So you don't see as many touches on the defensive end, and you don't see as much transition volleyball. And I think Maddie would agree that they spend a lot of time on transition because you know the other team's going to get a touch.
So is it, I mean, I don't want to make a big generalization, but is it fair to say that the boys' game may be more athleticism driven and the girls may be more strategic driven? Is that fair?
I would say that. So like boys volleyball, they're obviously more like pass, set, and then just a hit. Like it goes straight down. That's kind of like how they get their points. Girls, it's more like rally. It's like a dance. So there's a lot of like back and forth and just long rally plays.
And I think also, that was tough. I hate let
just
serves.
The way he planned it.
Ugh.
18-12 G-Town.
But you mentioned, I'll transition back to Jack Doherty. I mean, that hurts BC a lot. Jack's a big block in the middle. I mean, his top sport is basketball, and he'll probably end up going to a Division I school for basketball.
Well, his dad played for Wisconsin.
Yep, Sean. But he's just a big presence in the middle, and he also swings from the outside or right side as well. But also with the girls' game, you really have to play club volleyball and be a volleyball player to play the girls' game. For the boys' game, for the longest time, you could just be an athlete. You know, we saw the Zach Showalters, the Luke Fishers, the Avercamps, even Luke Taylor to an extent. I mean, they really didn't play club volleyball, but they were such good basketball players and athletes that they could use their muscle and their jumping ability to hammer it home. So.
Well, I love both, but I'm always going to be partial to the girls' game just because, for that reason, obviously. But, you know, basketball's kind of the same way in that, you know, basketball, very athleticism driven on the boys' side, but on the girls' side, it's very, very strategic, very team-oriented. I just prefer that kind of play. It's just a personal preference.
No, because I agree.
One's right or one's wrong. It's just they're just different.
I agree with college basketball. You know, I do like watching men's, but I really prefer watching women's.
Yes.
And I prefer college any day over NBA.
And, you know, a prime example, what I really enjoyed watching was Gary Schmidt's New Berlin Eisenhower teams. I mean, they were a great example. Ball movement, spacing, and spreading the floor horizontally, but moving the ball around efficiently. I mean, Coach Schmidt did a great job with that group.
And when you had Eisenhower playing West or Eisenhower playing Pewaukee, you always knew it was going to be a great game and a great broadcast. But BC right now is typical BC. They're just out of sorts. I mean, there's a nice hit from Denke from that right side. With Jack gone, you've got to get Ty, number 6. You got to get Denke, number 4, getting more involved in the offense.
20-13 G-Town. That one's out.
And that's another thing you're going to see a lot more of in the boys' game. It's all or nothing on the serves. It's very much risk-reward. Yes. Where the girls, you don't miss very often.
You guys don't miss very often at all.
Not at all. You have found a way to put enough spin on it. Oh, my kid got roofed.
No wonder he doesn't want you to do his games.
Oh, Carter Schmidt, that was so good. He's got to learn not to hit into the block. He's got to make that adjustment.
Mom, take it easy.
Oh, I love my kid, but that was awesome. That was a good roof.
We may get Bart Wagner on next week to call Lily's game. That'd be fun to watch
that. That would be fun.
I like to see that.
Although I'd never get 2 words in, though, with Bart on with us.
No, he's got to read the block. I mean, keep feeding him. You got to keep feeding him. Here he goes again. And that, you know, he just swings over the block. But you got to read the block. Got to be able to hit it.
You know we're going to take that clip and have fun with that, Michelle. You know that's coming.
Oh, I know. That's okay.
Set point, Germantown. Next set, Maddie White jumps on the headset.
Yeah. Woo. Now,
it's like a substitution. Oh, I know that's Maddie White is with a Y and Connors with an IE.
Yep. You got to remember, Wida, Maddie Y.
I remember because Maddie White had told me in the first game. She said, "I'm Maddie with a Y." When they tell me, I generally don't forget it. 24-14, set point G-Town.
And we'll see if BC can get on a little bit of a run here, get some momentum going into the second set. Remember, it's the best of 5. There we go.
24-15.
Zach Dennison really putting in some extra time today with Jack Doherty out. Oh, look at this student section.
Oh, they were
That's
amazing last
awesome.
night. Oh my gosh, they were so fun last night. The football players were great.
And that ball never made it over.
A little run here for BC, 24-16. Coaches, who are our coaches here, Michelle, for each team?
For BC, it's John Jablanowski and Riley Stone. Riley is not here tonight. And for Germantown, you'll notice that their usual coach, Brian Rushmer, is on the bench. He's had health problems in the past, but he's taken a little bit more of a backseat approach and letting Dixon Seymour, who played here for 4 years and is now playing at MSOE, kind of take the helm.
That's great. First set goes to Germantown. We are going to, I think, take a break here and come back. You are watching.
Let's hear it for the boys. Denise Williams. Name that movie.
Footloose, of course.
Yeah.
The original Footloose.
The best Footloose, the one and only Footloose.
We'll be back. First set goes to G-Town. I guess tonight it's for the boys.
W7's got it right, covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls all day and night. W7 Productions, from golf, volleyball, it's girls' sports in Wisconsin. W7 Productions, basketball, softball, W7 for the girls.
Ooh, there we go.
W7 Live, we are back live with our new co-host, Maddie Whita, on the broadcast.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Maddie?
Good, how are you?
Good. Maddie surprised me with a cupcake last night. I had it for breakfast this morning.
saw
It was
that on Twitter.
amazing.
I'm glad it didn't disappoint.
I was full till lunch after that. It was good. It was really good.
It was pretty big.
It was. It took me a while to get through it, but that's all right. I made it. I made it.
Sugar coma?
What's that? Sugar coma.
Sugar
Right,
coma.
right. First set goes to Germantown, 25-16. Set 2. Mason Connor on the swing. Mason's just my buddy. He really is. I mean, he comes over all the time, says hi, and it's just, I feel like, it's kind of cool. I don't have many guy friends. I have all girlfriends, so it's kind of nice just to have a guy friend when I come to Germantown. 1-0, Brook Central. Well, girls' state tournament coming up in November at the
Resch Center,
They're both
yep.
at the Resch again,
Yep.
right? This year, that's great. Connor DuBois already offered me up his house in Green Bay to stay during the tournament, so I expect to see some Germantown girls up there this year.
We'll be there, don't worry.
Away, why not? I like it.
That is probably one of the toughest sectionals in the state.
It's brutal. It's
For
just
sure.
brutal.
With DSHA and Brook Central and Hamilton.
Arrowhead.
Yes.
By the way, we now call them the GMC Parochial School. 2-1, Brook Central.
Good touch by Alex Newstead. And if they can get number 6, Ty Martin, going, that's going to help BC out a lot. He had a phenomenal tournament here on Saturday. Really led that charge on their comeback against Muskego, and BC ended up being the Journal Sentinel Team of the Week. So, nice serve. That's down. Good try, Mason.
Looked good.
Is the BC team, are they a younger group? I mean, frame-wise, the G-Town kids look so much bigger than the BC kids do.
Yeah, a lot of juniors on the BC team. They lost their setter last year, graduation, and their top outside or right side hitter, he ended up going, I think, to MSOE and playing volleyball there. So they lost a big chunk of their offense.
Ty Martin on the ace that time for Brook Central, 5-1 Lancers.
And Ty's looking at playing college ball. He's getting a lot of looks.
He's a really
Probably
good
the
athlete.
most, yes, the most
he's
looks
a
from
tremendous athlete.
Carthage. And Carthage just ended up going to, I think they may have won the national championship in their,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're Division 3 or
played,
NAIA.
Kebasek played on that Carthage team. Tatum's sister. I can't remember her first name.
I think it's Shannon.
Shannon. That's
Yes.
right. Shannon.
Carter Schmidt plays there. That's Camden's brother. And Chewy, Drew Jansen,
Jansen's
plays
brother,
there. And so did Bryce Thomas. So a bunch of Germantown alum at Carthage.
Sarah, you better bring up that comment about Maddie's future career here.
Me or Maddie Connor?
Maddie Whita.
Oh.
So Sam Whita says, nice job, Maddie. You have a backup job in line if you need it. Let's go G-Town.
Oh,
That's my brother.
Sam.
He just got a phone yesterday, so he's probably watching it from there.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Thanks for checking in, Sam. Appreciate it.
And Sam, give Elise a big hug and kiss for me. That's Maddie's little sister who's just adorable.
Oh, my gosh, she's a doll.
She
Oh,
still
Yes.
wears that shirt that you guys gave her last
seriously?
season.
Oh,
Yes.
bless her heart.
She's
Yeah.
so cute.
She's our #1 fan, truly.
See, I'm in with Elise now for good. You got to get in there young, so then they always
Yes.
always got your back.
Nice roll shot there from Michael Denke.
7-1.
See, and this is what BC did in the Germantown tournament. They just came out super flat, and you were like yawning as a spectator, and then all of a sudden they got a jolt of energy.
I thought that last night with the Germantown kids. I thought you guys came out super flat, and then it got to be like 10, 11. Something happens to you guys when it gets to 10, and you guys just go berserk from 10 to 20, and all of a sudden it's 20 to 11. You guys are ahead. I don't
Nice
know what
touch
it is,
by
but it's every
Connor.
time.
Yeah, we find ways to get energy for sure.
Yeah.
Hunter
Well,
Brandenburg with that nice roll out of the back row.
7-2 as G-Town breaks the streak.
And I like how Coach Rushmer and Coach Seymour are mixing things up a little bit. You got Ben Yakush in there and the Ishii we talked about, Justin.
Yeah, Ishii on the serve
the
there.
Ishii.
And she has had a really good season. He definitely came out like swinging for sure.
Good. Because he didn't play on varsity last year, right?
Correct. He was not
Okay.
on varsity.
We got to mention Megan
Okay.
Ishii also. That's Amber and Justin's older sister.
Another basketball player.
Yep. She watched a lot of our stuff when Amber played high school. Of course, the parent, I can't remember her folks' name, but they still watch our stuff.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs. Ishii. Jane Ishii, if I remember right. I don't remember Mr. Ishii's first name, but I know Jane. 8-3.
I think that was a 2-hit violation on the setter.
Sure was.
BC having a tough time getting that pass up to Connor Nash.
8-4, second set. Germantown won the first one, 25-16.
And Coach Jablonowski kind of wanting a little bit of an explanation from the officials. Again, a tough serve from the Warhawks. Oh, that one right off of Denke's head. And he's the smiliest kid. I call him Smiley because he smiles all the time. If he mishits a ball, he smiles. If he serves an ace, he smiles. He just, such a nice kid. Or young man. I guess you can't really call him kids.
Oh, I call them all kids.
Nate Volpe with that kill.
I call the 20-year-old
Straight down.
college women kids. They're all kids still. I call Kelly Ansoteros a kid. She's 21 now.
Yeah. Playing at UW Whitewater, right?
Having a great career at Whitewater.
Good.
They're ranked number 1 in Division III right now.
That's incredible.
Got a proud papa watching, I guarantee you that.
Coach George, he's awesome.
He is. 10-5.
I don't think Nate Volpe ever smiles, does he, on the court? He's just all business.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, calm, and collected for sure. But if you hear him on the bench or cheering for us even, he's very enthusiastic for sure. He's got a lot of energy when they're doing their little cheers.
Nice swing from the outside. Hunter Brandenburg, that kid can jump out of a gym. He's like a Tigger with springs.
Which is really, really impressive considering the fact that he just came back from surgery a couple months ago. So he wasn't able to play most of club season this year, but he's back, so.
Brandenburg, a 6'2 senior, number 3. Reminder, following tonight's match, we will have the W7 Live player of the match. And we're going to have our Maddies do the interview tonight.
Nice roll shot by Ty Martin.
11-6. So last night when we did the girls match at the end, the girls were all over here because we had Lapata and Maddie Connor as the players of the match, and I grabbed them both and said, hey, what do you guys think about coming out tomorrow night and doing the boys match with them? Were you surprised?
Yeah, I had no idea. I did not see that coming at all.
Timeout on the floor. It's an injury timeout.
Looks like Mason Connor's down.
That's Mason Connor.
Mason.
It seems to be his ankle.
Has he had troubles at all with his ankle? 2 years ago he was in a boot? Okay. Yeah, gosh, that would be rough. You know, and if Mason is not able to finish the match, they'll put in
Number 1,
Garrett Jansen, who plays a high-level club ball, as most of the Germantown players do. And that's another big difference between a club like Germantown and a club like BC. You know, you don't have a lot of players on Brook Central that are playing high-level club, whereas almost all of the Germantown players are. My son, his top sport is baseball. Luke Langyar, who is a defensive specialist for BC. He's number 11. His top sport is also baseball, and both of them are looking at playing at the next level. Ty Martin, like we mentioned, he's going to probably go play college ball, possibly at Carthage. Michael Denke also plays high level. I believe he's at Sting. So you just have a lot of kids that just want to play and enjoy the family atmosphere that you have in volleyball.
I mean, it's a great little community. I mean, when we came in tonight, all the G-Town kids were there waiting for us. I mean, they were excited when we rolled up. I mean, they were ready to go.
They were.
The girls are just used to us coming in now. They're like, hey, what's up? The guys were like, do you need help with anything? Can I go up and put anything up for you? The girls were like, hey.
They did climb the bleachers for us. Yeah, we've seen you guys scale those bleachers. We know you can do it.
Pass. I can't. Well, I'm going to go check out Mason Connor,
Okay.
so you guys keep going.
All right. Let's let Connor check back in here. Let's get Maddie's read on it.
We're good.
11-6. Maddie, what's your read on Mason's injury here? I mean, you obviously you know his body language and what he's how he's feeling. What do you think?
Well, when I saw him fall down, he kind of like looked up to the ceiling. That's normally not a good sign.
Yeah,
for him.
I saw that walking off. He was kind of just frustrated. It looks like it
Yeah.
just may have stepped on somebody or, just one of those things.
Yeah.
12-6, Brookfield Central. Oh, nice tip that time.
Hopefully it's just a tweak.
Yes.
There, the boss is back. See, that was quick. How's he doing, Michelle?
Well, from what I could just check out, our athletic trainer, who's probably one of the best in the state, Jamie Pekka, is just going through and pushing on parts of his ankle and his foot and just evaluating his pain levels. So I think it would be smart just to keep him out.
I say, you think doubtful on the return? Questionable, maybe?
I would keep him out. They got a lot of the season left, and it's not like you're at the state tournament and, you're
Right.
going to tape him up and get him back in there. But he's walking on it now. Looks a little limber, but I'm confident in Garrett Jansen, who they call Gary or Gare Bear.
That's what they called me a long time ago.
Gare
Yeah.
Bear or Gary?
Gare Bear.
Jansen does a nice job. He's been
My
around
aunt
the
still
game
calls me that.
forever.
My aunt still calls me that. 13-8.
BC's got to continue pushing down on that gas pedal and not allowing Germantown to get back into it.
Well, speaking of that, 3 points in a row now for G-Town. Spencer Van Engen on the serve. Wyatt, what did you think about that homecoming proposal last night to Wags?
I'm going to be quite honest. I knew it was coming. The boys had all texted me before the game, like, what are the chances Lily says yes to Ben tonight? So I knew it was coming, but I know they're really good friends. So I know she was shocked, but I thought it was adorable.
He's a really nice kid.
Oh,
He
Ben
is.
Yakush?
Yeah, Ben
Oh,
Yakush.
love him.
Yeah, really, really nice kid. I got
Yeah.
to talk to him a little bit. I just gave him the warning. And she's super special to us. You better take really good care of her.
Well, it's so funny. I had Ben freshman year in honors biology, and he played freshman volleyball. And I asked him, I said, are you going to play club volleyball? Because I hear you're a nice little player. That was a great shot.
Hunter Brandenburg.
And he's like, yeah, I really don't know much about club volleyball. And so I emailed his mom, and who's a dentist here in Germantown, and I said, here, is the Badger Region website, and my son used to play for Spike. I think that's a really great team, and he's been playing ever since, so it's awesome.
Whoa.
Camden Schmidt with that kill.
That looked pretty good, Maddie. What do you think?
Impressive to say the least.
Not
Wish I
as
could
good
get
as
up-
Maddie White.
I'll tell you
I was
what.
gonna say, wish I could have that vertical.
White has played at a different level this year. Everybody sees that. I mean,
Thank you.
I'm not surprised, but that especially that first match and really ever since, you're such a great compliment to Wagner because it really takes a lot of pressure off her because it can come from either side now, and that's tough to deal with.
Well, and you primarily played back row last year, right?
I did.
A
My
lot of
entire-
defensive specialists.
My entire club season, I was actually libero at Sting. So I hadn't hit for probably a year and a half until the Brook Central game.
How'd it
So-
feel?
Awesome. It was good. It was great to be back, to say the least.
I could tell.
I wave it at your mom. That's awesome. She's so proud of you. Look at the kisses.
Her mom comes over and thanks me after every single event.
isn't
Every
that
time.
awesome?
Every time. Never fails.
All of our parents really appreciate all that you guys do for us. That's why you guys got the cupcakes last night.
Well,
Because it was parent night.
Oh, Wenzel, press. Yep, and he did it. You got to go up and press, and he
Listen
knew
to
it.
Mom.
we just
He
really
never does.
we just really love this team, the girls team. I mean, the guys team, but the girls team, it's a really special group, and we just love getting to hang out with them and be part of their team in a way.
Oh, Valpel took him down.
Nice block.
Got to adjust. Stop going angle. Start going line.
Valpo got a little attitude, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
When we practice them, he just has to stand straight up, and he's blocking us every time. He doesn't even jump.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Not fair.
I just broadcasted the Wisconsin Marquette match a week and a half ago, and Dana Redke, who stands 6'8", I
Good
mean,
gracious.
she's jumping, and like her shoulders are above the net. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's like, at the high school level, I mean, Kyla Dunaway from Kimberly, I think Kyla's now 6'5", I want to say. And we saw Megan Schultz last week from New Berlin West when they played Pius. Baby Schultz is 6'4" now. I call her Baby Schultz.
I don't want to be that tall. I don't want to be that tall.
That's tough for a girl to be that height outside of athletics. So that's a hard thing to do. So an example I would have would be Alex Cohen. I did not. You know Alex Cohen.
Yes.
So I didn't know that Ariana was Alex's sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Ariana told me last night. I'm like, what? So we did this video a couple years ago. You can call me Al for Alex, and she said she plays it like all the time. When we did the glow games, remember that, Michelle, a couple years ago? We did some glow games.
Yes, absolutely.
16-15, Brookfield Central in the second set.
And Raul Amur is in there now for BC, trying to get a little different look from that outside, and BC is starting to unravel here. May want to think about a timeout because we're tied at 16 after having a...
It was 13-6, so it's a 10-3 run for Germantown.
Well, and Germantown put back in Nate Vaupel in that middle, and that helps tremendously.
Huge block by Hunter Brandenburg.
I mean, you know Mason wants to come back. I could just see from him right here. I mean, he wants to get back in there. I can see that right now.
Nope, sit, stay out.
But
stay
I think,
out.
Rest.
Yes.
Think big picture, think long term, right?
Oh boy, the wheels are really falling off the bus here.
18-16 Germantown. BC does not want to fall down 2 sets to none here.
No, and you have to forget about that last point. We talk about that all the time with athletes. Forget about that last point. You got to play the next one. You shank a serve, big deal.
That's funny that you say that. Our entire team motto this year, it's press on. That's what Amy came up with at the beginning of the season, and it's honestly just, if you make a mistake, move on to the next point, press on, and she says that constantly in our timeouts.
And it's so hard as a young athlete who has high expectations of themselves and the team to do that. It really is, because you want to always do your best, but you're right. Press on. I like that motto a lot.
Talk to me about Coach Wagner, Maddie. And she's so humble. She hates people talking about her, but
I know she does.
She's such a great coach. I mean, she has to be talked about.
She is a fantastic coach, and for me specifically, she has really helped me transition between libero, DS, right side, outside. Like, I've played all of those, and she's really doing a great job at motivating our team this year and recognizing our strengths and our weaknesses and playing with those and keeping her cool, keeping calm, and being really supportive of each and every one of us, whether it be on the court or off the court.
She did look super cool after that second set last night against Rookies.
That's an exception.
I think you guys got a little motivation there on the sidelines after, which that's okay. I mean, sometimes you need to get people's attention, and that's what you got to do.
It works.
I'm sure it does.
And you have to give Amy a ton of credit for being a coach and coaching her daughter and maintaining that coach-player relationship.
For sure.
Nice block. Oh, I think that one just went long from, oh no, they did call it in. Good.
Denke to serve.
They look like they're starting to get their momentum back a little bit.
This would be huge for BC to get a couple points here. I was
down.
Michelle.
No.
Michelle actually taught me this. I always look at these games as like little mini games of 5 each. So getting to 20 is a huge milestone, and you don't want the other team to get to 20 way before you're there. Obviously, I mean, it sounds obvious, but it really isn't. I mean, 20 to 18, that's a big gap. That helps.
It does. And like I said, that's a huge piece of the boys' game. Or even the men's game, the men's Olympic team in Japan. I mean, their serving was atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious, and I found myself yelling at the TV, just hit it in.
Right.
I mean, they...
Forget the style points, just get it over the net.
I mean, I don't even think they...
Over and in, baby.
Yeah, I don't even think they made it maybe out of the quarterfinals. I honestly don't even know, and they were favored to compete for gold. But the U.S. women's team... They just kicked butt all around.
They did. They absolutely. Wow.
Yes.
Nate Vaupel.
That looked like a Connor set there from Van Engen, and Vaupel puts it away.
Look at how serious he is.
That looked like a Connor to White right there.
No emotion. And he looks scary. Like, I want to run away from him and hide.
You should go look at his senior poster over there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Quite intimidating.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. That's a nice pass.
Oh.
Oh, foul ball.
Well, you know, be a wall on that front row. I mean, he's not only he's a wall just with his play, but also just like you said, his facial expression. I mean, that's just a brick wall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
it never changes, and that's really intimidating. We have to look across the net at that every time.
I know I would be terrified.
22-20 G-Town. That one's going to be an ace. 23-20.
Yep.
You get timeout here, Michelle, do you think? Maybe?
I'd keep playing. One more. If it goes 24-20.
24 is tough.
Well, and you got to stay down on that pass. Alex likes to shank that pass every
Oh.
once in a while. You know, and that's one thing Lily Wagner really worked on from last year to this year is she's staying down on her
Yes.
receiving in the back row, and she's
Yes.
passing much cleaner.
She's been working very hard in practice for that, especially.
23-21. BC really needs this one.
Nice
Great
block,
block.
there by.
Not that time. Guess who?
Oh.
He's back.
Nate Vaupel. Set point, Germantown.
Yeah.
He looked
He's
over
nodding
here
at
like,
us.
yeah. He
He's
looked right at
nodding
Matt.
at
He's
us.
like, yep. See that? You like that,
I'm
didn't
just
you?
like, come on, really?
We were watching him last week, and every time he got a kill, he would go, boom.
You got to love the confidence. I love it. I think it's great.
Okay.
And then you serve it under the
I
net.
don't like that in the boys' game. Come on. And Coach Seymour is just like, seriously, dude, just hit it over.
24-22. Set point, G-Town. Free ball here for the Lancers. Great
Nice,
swing, boy.
yep.
Nice job.
When you need a
swing by
point, that's
Ty.
where you're going, Ty Martin.
Ty Martin puts it away. 24-23.
And that's why that missed serve was huge, because now you got a great play from BC. It's 24-23. They just need to put the ball in play here. Overpass. Oh, little Van Engen. Little Van Engen gets
There
it
he
done.
is.
25-23, G-Town takes set 2 to go up 2-0 on Brookfield Central. We are going to take a break and then come back for set number 3. You are watching the one, the only, and from Germantown, and for the boys, we're live. Yep.
Oh, they're doing the roller coaster over there.
W7 Live back for set 3. We got Maddie Connor back on the headset now. Good turn Denise off. Well, you wouldn't say backbreaking, but I mean a crushing second set loss, Michelle, for Brookfield Central that time. I mean, to go down 2-0 is tough.
Yeah, I mean, they really haven't been able to keep any momentum going whatsoever. I mean, they'll shoot themselves in the foot by getting a serving error or a hitting error. And
Sarah, we got a comment on. Tell us what that comment is.
All right, so this comment is from Chase Sell. He goes, "My boys are eating tonight." Maddie, I'm sure you know who Chase is.
Yes.
Who's
yes.
Chase Sell? Who for those of us who don't know?
Yeah, so he graduated last year. He was our outside, and he committed to Lewis. He also plays MVC, the same club as my brother, and so is Hunter and Nate. And yeah, he's been a huge part of Germantown, and he was our go-to outside last year.
Well,
I have a little story about Chase.
go ahead.
So freshman year, he goes to the state wrestling tournament and does incredibly well. Sophomore year, decides, I'm not going to go out for wrestling, I'm going to go out for volleyball. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You were an all-state wrestler. Little did we know that he was going to grow like a foot between freshman and like sophomore year. He just all of a sudden grew and kept growing and growing and growing. And he's what 6'5" now, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kid can jump. Well, now he's a man, but still
Nah,
call
he's
him
still
a
a
kid.
kid.
He can jump.
Chase, thanks for checking in and putting a comment out for the guys. I know they'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
They'll all go back and watch this.
And G-Dub loves you, Chase.
3-3 in the third set. Reminder, we'll be back. Next broadcast is Saturday, 9 o'clock a.m. from Slinger. It's the qualifiers for the Sprawl, live from Slinger, 9 o'clock Saturday morning.
Nice serve. A nice pickup by Raul. And you'll notice Germantown doesn't really have a go-to setter. They've got a couple of setters with Casey Emerson, or I've seen Ben Yakush set as well. Net violation.
4-3 G-Town.
That would be on Raul Amor.
Our next GTV broadcast is the Germantown girls volleyball next Tuesday at Tosa West. Live on W7 next Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
Oh!
Maddie, don't sleep on that Tosa West team. I'm telling you, Coach Dwyer knows what he's doing.
Have you guys had DSHA yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We are extremely
GMC parochial
excited
school.
for it. Yeah.
Counting down the days.
Okay. But you had Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not yet.
No, not yet either.
No.
No.
Just BC.
Yep.
Dan Sheets-Polig is going to do the Hamilton match with us in Germantown. The JV coach from Arrowhead, he did the match with us last week at
Nice.
Pius. He was fantastic. That was a good one, 5-setter. When the first two went to West, and Pius won the next 3. Coach Langer was none too pleased, I can tell you, from West. 5-4, Germantown. See, I can't help it. I'm always going to gravitate back to talking about girls' sports. That's
Hey,
all.
that's all right. That's all right. BC still hasn't found a rhythm. They're just making some uncharacteristic hitting errors, and their passing hasn't been clean. Oh, boy.
Just get it over there.
Yeah, a little miscommunication when that setter takes that first ball. Again, Danke hitting out.
It's funny, I was just going to say how clean Germantown's been offensively and just, really been smooth. And, of course, then they could put up a clunker like that. 7-4 Warhawks. Looks like we've seen the end of Mason Connor for tonight down at the end of the bench down there.
Yes.
Cooling his heels.
Yeah. I think he's just going to take just to rest for now and just heal up right now for the next game.
Yeah, nice little roll shot there from the outside was Armour. Gives BC a point, a side out.
7-5.
Danke with a drop serve, looked good.
Wade Martin's fun to watch. Ty Martin for Brookfield Central.
Yeah, you know, and he's not really on today. I know my son Luke came home and said on Monday that he was fighting some really bad allergies. He had mowed the yard, I guess, and kicked up a lot of allergens, and stuffy runny nose, wasn't feeling the best. So
Zach Dennison, is that Weiger?
I think he just goes by Dennison.
On the block that time for the Lancers. Another one.
Yeah, he's been one of their top blockers this year, especially with Doherty being out for the first, I think, 2 matches of the season with an injury, and we don't know where he is today. I'm going to have to figure that one out. So, again, a serve that goes right over the tape.
I always look at the BC kids' last names because I know so many BC kids. So Jack Peterson, that's got to be Brooke and Brooke Peterson's little brother, I would think. The other Peterson is who's the Peterson from Brook Central, Maddie? The Bryn Peterson. So I think it's Brooke, Bryn, and Jack. So Jack, a freshman. It's the only name I recognize for BC on here. 9-7, Brook Central.
Nice up by Brandenburg. You got a little Seymour in there now, the third and final one, Anton.
He's listed 6 foot. I don't know that I see 6 foot
there. Anton just wants to be taller than his brothers. Little lift there on Brook Central.
Van End get a nice job at the net that time.
Yeah, his older brother Jackson, who's playing volleyball at Illinois, I think it's Illinois Institute of Technology, IIT or something like that. It's an engineering school. And there's my kid on the bench telling one of the players that you're out of rotation, and luckily the officials didn't call it. Nice cut shot by Raul.
Okay, now seriously, I mean,
Yeah.
Coach Dixon just looks like super cool, man. He's got like he's got the hair with the bun thing going. He's got the iPad cutter on, the jacket and the tie. I mean, he's looking sharp. I like it. That's a great look.
I've never seen him this dressed up before, and he had a
It suits
job
him.
fair at MSOE beforehand. So another lift.
I mean, Connor, am I wrong on that? I mean, he's styling on the bench there,
He
right?
looks very professional.
Yes, he does.
Very
got the glasses
GQ.
on. Yeah, he's he's killing it with that look.
And ladies, any single ladies at home? I think Dixon's single.
He is not.
Dang it! Oh, ladies at home, he's not.
You better watch out, Michelle.
Oh, man.
11-9.
Well, that's good to know, because he's a good catch. All right, any others on the bench that we know of that need a homecoming date? We can get them one.
Yeah.
Need homecoming dates? Okay.
What's our producer doing for homecoming? That's the real question. Oh boy, she just turned bright red on that one. Nasif, what do you got going on?
That's to be determined.
Uh-oh.
I know a couple guys from BC that are probably dateless.
I don't think she needs any help finding dates. She's a pretty girl.
I was
She's
gonna
got
say,
them
nice
lined up around
shot.
the block.
By Camden Schmidt. You know, you go down this varsity roster. You know, Garrett Jansen's older brother Drew played. You got Mason and Maddie Connor. Camden Schmidt's Carter Schmidt played. Spencer Van Engen had Jackson to watch.
Woo.
Yeah, Ty. Oh, the Seymours. You got Peyton, Anton, and Dixon. And then little Liam Jansen, who's Garrett and Drew. So a lot of family history here.
That was Ben on the block that time for Germantown. Yakush?
Yeah, Yakush. Real sloppy right now from BC, not able to get a kill. Let's see if they can work the magic here. Nope, not over.
13.
Ty just looks a little under the weather right now.
Connor, what's your homecoming status? Where are we at here?
Oh, well, I actually am
We're not
going
supposed to talk about it.
All right. Now she tells me.
I don't know. I just looked at Maddie with a Y, and Maddie with a Y is like, ugh.
All right. I don't want to introduce drama here. We get plenty of that on our own. We'll ask Whita the next set about her.
Yeah.
13-11 Germantown. Wow, nice swing that time.
Nice hustle.
Oh, way to stay with it. I think there was any chance they were going to get that. Oh, they're not getting that one.
No.
But it's out, and point goes to BC.
You know, that's a huge side out for BC because Germantown, again, running away with this right now. Even though it's 13-12, that momentum really is in the Warhawk.
So much in their favor.
Yes.
Chance for the Lancers to tie it up in the third set.
You know, and Spencer Van Engen is really setting a great match. I think he's watched a lot of tape on Maddie Connor.
That's the person to watch, I'm telling you.
You know, and do you remember I told you when we were at Brook Central calling their game, I said when Maddie was a freshman, she just looked intimidated, wasn't quite sure how to run the offense, and how much she's developed and really come into her own as a player and a floor leader.
I was going to say, I watch a lot of the chemistry and things, and there's a lot of times everybody looks over at Maddie to see, what's going on. Like, she's a good pulse of the team.
I think that's a great way to put it, a good pulse of the team.
14-13, Brook Central. Oh,
and
that
a
was a
service
clunker.
error. Wah.
Zach Dennison.
See, this is so much more relaxed than calling Marquette, Wisconsin, or being at State. Would you have to be way serious?
Yeah, the pay's way less, too, unfortunately, Michelle.
Oh, it's not about the pay. It's for the girls.
There you go.
Or tonight, the XY chromosomes.
Tied at 14.
You know, and Germantown just looks like they're getting to every ball.
They do.
Look at that one. Garrett's on the floor.
After everything.
Yes. A lot of excitement.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they're still going.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Nope.
Nope.
Nate ends that.
Taking care of business.
Watch him look over here after every play
I know.
he makes.
He's like mad at me or something.
Look, I don't know if he's bothered that we're here, or I think he's looking at the two blondes next to us, honestly. I don't think he's looking at us.
I didn't fail him. He failed himself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good one. I just got that. A little late to the party, but I got it.
That's okay.
15 all.
Sometimes I say things in class and my students just look at me like, what?
Woo.
Nice pickup by Brandenburg off that block. Oh,
You see
hot
the way
shot
he
out of the
twists and
middle.
contorts his body, Brandenburg?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an explosion happening. 16-15 G-Town.
Well, his dad plays a lot of volleyball too, and very athletic dad
I mean, he's got
for his age.
it's violent. His swing is just very violent.
I played against his dad a couple of times, and he's chested me a couple of times, and it's not pretty. Again.
You're just not getting it around that front
No,
row.
no.
They're just it's a wall.
Well, and we're not reading the block. We, meaning BC's not reading the block. They're not playing up-tempo. They're real predictive on their offense. Not having Jack Doherty here is a big factor. Because he's not only a big weapon at the net defensively, but
it's
he'll
a
garner
huge, I mean,
a
Jack,
handful of kills.
Yeah, Jack not being here that's enormous.
Oh, I think I see your coach in the stands over there.
Yeah,
sitting
she's
next to
here.
your mom.
Oh, she's below the radar. She's always under the radar over there somewhere.
She's sitting right in between our two moms, too.
I see her.
Yep.
17-16 Germantown. Connor, next point, I'm going to have you switch with White again in case we go 3 sets. I want to give Maddie another
Sounds
crack on
good.
here.
All
And now
Well,
tied
that
at
was
17.
quick.
That was fast. So we'll bring Maddie White back on.
Can we just go 4 or 5?
I know.
Come on.
Let's go.
I don't want to do 3 and out.
I know. All the time to take us to set up. I get mad when it's 3 sets. I'm like, it took me longer to set up than for this game to happen.
Alex, come on. Use some muscle, buddy.
18-17 Germantown.
Hello, everyone. I'm back.
Alex Newstad on the serve for Brook Central.
Hey, what did Maddie's little sister say on the comments earlier?
Oh, it was so adorable.
She said, like, you're doing a good job or something, but I'm going to bed.
Go ahead, Sarah.
W7 rocks, but it is time for me to go to bed. Good job, Maddie. Love, Ellie.
Oh,
Isn't
she's
that just
so
adorable?
sweet. Her bedtime was like 2 hours ago.
It would be 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
7.
Hey,
That's got to be hard, having a sister going to bed at 7 and you're not getting home until 10:30 at night.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's quite. it's quite the difference. We have two kids in high school, one in middle school, and one in elementary school. So we got the whole Germantown school district going
That's
right
awesome. Well, we need more Whitas playing volleyball. I'll tell you that. So I'm not ready to be done with you guys yet, Maddie. So
now. My sister Grace is on JV this year.
That's awesome.
So
That's the
That's
first
awesome.
time we've
Hopefully she's
mentioned
coming.
Grace.
Love her. She plays right side, so I'm super excited to see what she can do because she's a great player as well.
And the last time we were at BC, poor Grace ran into a door in the bathroom. I think it was your
That's
aunt
true.
My
that was
aunt
coming
hit her
out.
in the face, yes.
Yes, and it was right before school pictures.
So she had to get stitches.
Oh.
That happened, and then the following week when we played Hale, she also had to be rushed to the emergency room.
What?
She had a double ear infection, and there was like a very strong pain in her head. So, yeah, the Whiters are going strong with their ER visits this month.
Your poor mom.
21-18, Germantown by 3. Timeout, Brookfield Central. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're watching W7 Live.
And here comes Gretchen McNeil, Olivia McNeil's sister.
And Natalie's sister.
Germantown girls basketball back in T-minus 46 days, people.
Chen knows, man.
That was epic.
Jen.
Chen is all over that. That was Gretchen McNeil checking in. Chen, as we call her.
She's counting down the days.
46 days till Germantown basketball is back on the air. I love that. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps just seeing that. I guarantee. So Natalie and Gretchen's grandmother watches everything we do. I mean, she is like Carrie Newcomer. She is like one of our biggest fans. So I guarantee if we'll get a clip out there of Chen being on, she'll just love that. 22-18, Germantown 3 points away from a sweep.
Nice service ace there by Little Van Engen.
Stick around. We'll break the live stream following this match and then come back live with our player of the match. Oh, nice serve. Handcuffed him. Free ball. Oh, violent.
Ishii.
Justin Ishii with that kill.
Welcome to the party, Ishii. 23-18. 2 points away for G-Town. But I do love BC kids still smiling, having fun. I mean, it's not the end of the world
Michael
here.
Denke smiles all the time. I'm telling you.
You can definitely tell that they're a close team as well.
Yeah. And now match point for the Warhawks.
You know, and I know Ty Martin definitely would have wanted to come in here and put on a better performance because he plays with so many of these Germantown kids. He was part of like a USA volleyball team. It was your brother and Valpel. Was Brandenburg on that as well? I don't remember.
Was Hunter on the Olympic team or the USA team? Boys, I don't think he was.
Okay, so it was just Nate
I think it was just
and
Nate,
Mason and Ty. Yeah,
I think Hunter was on high performance.
Okay.
So.
Meanwhile, Van Engen got the ace to close it out, 25-18. And our...
Oh my God, I just knocked my head into Maddie.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our player of the match. You've been watching W7 Live, and tonight it's been for the boys.